I'm a Forester here with a knife unboxing video. The last couple of knives that I bought were used knives, and so I didn't do an unboxing video, but I'm really excited about this particular knife. This is probably going to be the nicest knife that I've ever owned. You know, a year ago this was the type of knife that I carried, just a regular pocket knife. This is probably the nicest one that I have. And 6 months ago I got into, you know, some of these more modern knives like this Spyderco Tenacious, and I bought several of these, and they ranged in price from, I don't know, maybe $27, $30 up to $50, and that was an expensive knife to me. It took a little bit to justify purchasing a knife like that for me at that time. And I guess it was probably 2 or 3 months ago I bought my first Benchmade. And this really was a stretch when I started looking at Benchmades. I didn't know if they were worth the extra cost. But now that I own a couple of them, I really like them, and I think they are well worth the cost. Well, the question is going to be, is this knife worth the cost? Let's go ahead and open it and see what we've got. It was very tempting to open this in the post office and do a security video, but I resisted until I got home. Now, I sympathize with everybody else that tries to unbox these and has trouble. There we go. Alright, well, you can see right off it's a Chris Reeves knife. This is the very first Chris Reeves knife that I've ever owned. Let's see what the paperwork says. Okay, no surprises there. Now I want to thank Zippo This Knife That for some advice. He has done a lot of reviews on Chris Reeve knives, and so he gave me some advice on where to go to look for these knives. Now, when I went online, I had trouble trying to find any knives in inventory. Everybody was back ordered. I went to the Chris Reeve website and looked at their dealers and found one in Virginia called Only Fine Knives, and I'll put a link to their website below. But they did have several Chris Reeve knives in stock, and so that's where I found it. Alright, let's take a look at it and see what we got. Let's see, over here it says what it is. It's a Menundi, and I decided to go with the walnut inlays. Now, Menundi is Zulu for very nice. Of course, another translation may say it means very expensive, but anyway, we'll take a look at it and see how nice it is. You'll be seeing it for the first time with me. You got a little Allen wrench there. Okay, here it is. And here's the information about the knife. It was actually made in 2007. All right. Okay, that's real nice. I like that. These are the walnut inlays. I really like walnut. It's a native wood here in the United States. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's a chocolate brown color, and it has a lot of character to the wood. Let's see the other side. I was looking at several of the inlays, and actually from the wood that was in stock I only had a choice of a couple. Shannon at Only Fine Knives gave me he sent me a picture of the actual knife instead of their stock photos, so that I could get a better idea of what the wood looked like. So I was pleased with it, and I ordered it on Saturday and it came on Wednesday. Now, I'm not going to do a thorough review right now. I just want to do the unboxing, and I'll do a more thorough review later. I want to have some time just inspecting the knife, having fun with it myself right now. But one thing I did want to do is try that thumbnail recess. I've never opened a knife with that type of opening device, and I just want to see how easy it is. Well, that was very easy. Everybody describes that as buttery smooth, and I would have to agree. One thing that really stands out is how light this knife is. I mean, it's a fairly long knife. It fits my hand very well, and I have large hands, but the knife is very lightweight. I'd call it a featherweight, and it must be the titanium that it's made out of. So that's going to be an excellent gentleman's folder, and that's how I'll be carrying it. I have a gentleman's folder collection, but really the best example that I have of a gentleman's folder is this Benchmade, and it tends to be a fairly heavy knife, and this is just a featherweight compared to the Benchmade. Alright, well, I wanted to share that with you, and I'm going to spend some time with it, inspecting it, and I'll do a more thorough review later. But y'all take care.